In this video, I'm sharing with you how I use one of these Dollar Tree windmills in a gorgeous DIY that only costed a few bucks. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn and I love all things DIYing and crafting. So if you love DIYs and making cute things for your home, hit that subscribe button. Also leave me a big thumbs up because it helps my channel to grow. In today's video, I'm actually using this Dollar Tree windmill in a DIY that turned out so cute. It was easily put together, only a few dollars, and just a really fun, nice looking piece. So I can't wait to show you all how it turned out. If you see these at your Dollar Tree, go ahead and pick them up. They're not going to last long. One of my Dollar Trees has already sold out of them and I only got 3 of them. So I'm going to kind of be stingy on what I use them on and only make sure that it's the cutest projects. I picked this one up in the stake version, but I have seen other YouTubers have the chain at the top so that they can hang up indoor or outdoor, but the stake is really nice if you want to put this down in like a potted plant. So I do recommend going ahead and picking up a couple of these if you see them, especially if you love farmhouse decor. I do want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you've never heard of Skillshare, they are an online learning community that offers thousands of classes on growing your skills, whether that's for your hobbies, like your personal hobbies that you love to do and learn something new, or actually learning new techniques to better your career, or even start something new that you could start selling or offering services for people. So they're very helpful in teaching you a ton of stuff. It is so inspiring watching them break down hundreds of different projects and techniques video by video and just make it more of a fun experience so you can easily follow along. They can help you with anything from video making or photography. If you're wanting to start a YouTube channel or a blog, they can also help you with more fun personal things like hand lettering, which is something that I took some classes on and loved it. It was so much fun and so relaxing. Or even like crocheting is like the next thing that I would like to tackle. I think that would be so fun and just a fun skill to have. So for the first 500 people that want to go click the link down below and get signed up for Skillshare, you will receive 2 months free of the premium Skillshare membership, which is such a nice offer. But then after that, the regular membership is less than 10 bucks a month. So it's a really affordable, fun way just to invest in yourself and get just really creative and learn something new. I know all of my subscribers are just crazy talented and love creative artistic things, so this is something that I just knew that you would love. I really enjoy it myself, so don't forget to go click that link down below and get signed up and just start learning fun new stuff. So I'm excited to bring you all that offer today, and I really hope that you enjoy it too and go try it out for yourself. So now let's jump on into what I finally do with that little Dollar Tree windmill. I wanted to put this windmill on a sign, so I'm using a couple of these love signs left over from Valentine's. You can definitely use the new Easter signs that are around the same shape. I go ahead and pop the little hearts off, and then I kind of use a mixture of sandpaper and those little metal hearts to kind of get rid of all the excess residue glue that's stuck on there. I tried to just sand it, but it was just big globs of it, so I did have to take that little piece of metal and it just scraped it off enough, so then I was able to sand it again and got it pretty smooth. I am wanting to use the front of these signs because it has the little grooves cut out in there and makes it look like more wood or planks of wood. So I really like that effect and I wanted to keep that, so that's why I'm trying to get the front as smooth as possible, because usually I just flip these over and use the back. And I do go ahead and glue these together, and I also attach these with some popsicle sticks. I find it easiest just to add a strip of glue down the center and then glue the large popsicle sticks. I picked these up from Walmart and several places along the back. After I got my sign all put together, I wanted to really darken those grooves in each of the planks so that they would really stand out and make this look more like a farmhouse sign. I'm using a black color chalk paint, and I'm taking a smaller brush and just really going to go down in those grooves and paint every one of those black. I have actually made a sign this exact color with these signs before, and I actually went back to that video. It was the puzzle heart video, and just kind of looked
and rechecked on how I painted that to get it to look like it. I was just really curious if I let those black lines dry completely, because I knew that they blended in a lot with that paint and made it have a really cool effect, so I really wanted that. But I think I must have let the black dry a little bit longer than I did in this video, because it just all was coming out of the grooves and just really mixing in with the gray paint. It still turned out really pretty and I like the effect of it, but next time I would let the black dry in those grooves just a little bit longer so that it wouldn't just smear everywhere. Because all of that ink colored paint was really darkening my sign, I just piled on the gray paint. This is actually in the elephant color, and it just did a really good job. After I kind of got it all smoothed out, it looked a lot better, and I kind of really liked how it turned out. So I wanted to add more paint, but I had forgot to fill in those little holes, so I'm using some of my spackle, and I went back in there and filled those in, and then that way whenever I do add another layer of the elephant color and kind of streak it on, that these would be covered up as well. Too much time just getting ready. Let me be honest, I don't know one single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. And then, as I always do with farmhouse signs, I'm using some of my sandpaper and kind of roughing it up, and I'm not really trying to take away any paint. I just love putting that texture into the paint with those scratches from the sandpaper in one direction going the same direction as the planks. It just gives it so much more of a realistic look, and I love that effect. So now it was time to get started on my windmill. This one actually looks like it has a little bit of turquoise blue dabbed all over it, so I'm not really sure what they were doing with the blue effect, but it also has like some of the gray kind of speckled on there, so I wanted to cover all of that up. The first thing to get started is I removed that yardstake, and bending it back and forth pretty much popped that off. It was a little difficult using just a pair of pliers to try to remove the windmill from that little welcome sign. It just was really connected in several places, so I just kind of had to bend it back and forth and get everything unattached. I was going for a multicolored look and just really bring out a ton of different colors by dabbing them on each other to make it look like kind of hammered metal. And I didn't want to have to just completely start over and paint all of this, so I'm just dabbing some of my silver lining gray chalk paint on there, and it's just a really light gray color, and just trying to cover up a lot of that blue. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. Because I have so much gray going on, I wanted to bring a little bit of warmth onto this sign, so I thought it would be pretty to add in some of this warm brown color by going around the edges and kind of making it look a little rusty. This worked perfect going around the edges of the little blades. I went ahead and blended it in on that little metal ring that's on the outside, as well as put a little bit on the middle circle. I knew I wanted this windmill on a stand, and Dollar Tree had these perfect size little dowel rods, and I was able to cut these down just using my scissors. I was able to score them and kind of break them down, but I thought these made the perfect size little stand. I wanted one word at the bottom, so I went ahead and removed this little Valentine's banner from one of these hearts left over from Valentine's Day, so I was excited to put this to good use. I go ahead and mark my little dowel rods and get those all cut down so that I can go ahead and paint them. I really wanted the bottom of this windmill to match the top, so after I get them all cut down, I do go in with some of that same color gray paint and then touch over it with a little bit of the brown chalk paint. It was a little tricky getting these cut down at first. I had to cut a couple different times just to get it in the style I wanted, and you will see later that I go back and add a few little braces to make it look more like a realistic windmill.
And then to fix up this little banner, I wanted to cover up that Valentine's word, obviously, so I'm applying a super thick coat of paint over the top of that just to make sure that it's really nice and covered. And then I barely brush really feathery little strokes over the edges so that you can kind of see that it is burlap underneath, so it gives it a really cool effect. I would go ahead and mark where your dowel rods need to go because I struggled to get these perfect. I ended up sliding them over just a tiny bit and some of the glue smeared, so it was a little difficult to know exactly where they went whenever you were supposed to lay them back down. You could definitely just freehand something on that banner if you would like to. I have a ton of these little wooden words from Hobby Lobby. They are very inexpensive. I have like family and friends and memories, so I thought this would be a perfect excuse to get to use it. I think little chunky wooden letters like this are so cute. I mixed some water with some of my brown paint because this is wood. I really wanted some of that wood texture to show through, so I watered down my paint to make it more of like a stain, and then went over the family, and it gives it just like a really nice wood effect. I didn't worry about the edges because this is a laser cut little letter or word piece, so the edges were already darkened from that. And then to add a little bit more of that brown color for warmth and a little bit of texture, I'm wrapping the top with some of my thin jute string. And then, like I said earlier, I did want to come in here and make some extra braces. I just felt like one line across just wasn't a lot going on at the bottom or in the middle of this sign. And I just really wanted that little X for the brace that you see on every other windmill to make it look more realistic and just a cuter version. So I'm trying to go ahead and blend it in by painting that same gray color. And then after I get it all put together, I take a thicker layer of my brown paint and kind of brush that all over it. And then, of course, to make this an adorable little sign, I'm looping over some of my Dollar Tree burlap ribbon. I add a longer piece for the tail, scrunch these together with a piece of jute string, and then I can fluff it up to make the perfect bow that I can put up in the corner. I really wanted to add some of this greenery to it. I just thought it was beautiful and a perfect soft little green color to add to this sign and just give it a different little color. It's so monotoned with the browns and the different color grays. I wasn't sure where to put it. I thought it was cute on either side of the family or at the bottom of the windmill. I even tried it around the bow, so you have to let me know in the comments where would you have placed it, but I just thought it was really cute, making it look like it was kind of climbing up the side of this windmill. But that's how it all came together. I am in love with this sign. I think it is gorgeous and a perfect touch of Farmhouse, but it's not just crazy overwhelming and just a gorgeous piece. So you have to let me know what you think down in the comments down below.
Thank you all so much for coming along with me today. I had so much fun with this windmill. I actually saved it for a good week or two. I just wanted it to be the perfect project and like a nice high quality piece. There is so many potential projects for this windmill. You'll have to leave me a comment down below. What did you do with this windmill if you've been able to find them or it's something that is on your Dollar Tree wish list? So you'll have to let me know that in the comments down below. I'm excited to hear. If you recreate anything, make sure you tag me on Instagram and share your projects over there and I'll reshare them. I love seeing what all you are making. Even if it's like particularly not something that I've made on this channel, I love seeing what you guys are working on and I'll reshare it over there. So make sure you tag me at KraftsbyKatelyn or use the hashtag @KraftsbyKatelyn so that I'll get to see your photos. Thank you once again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and supporting my channel, supporting my family. I always enjoy working with them and really love getting signed on and using their services. It's just a lot of fun, especially, like I say, with creative people and getting on there and seeing all the new fun stuff you can learn. So thank you once again to Skillshare. Go click that link down below to get signed up and receive the 2 months free premium membership. Thank you all again for watching. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you liked this video, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.